Let's get into this. So I have two Red Devil 5700 XTs, and then I have the Radeon VII here in the middle, and I have the Power Color 5600 XT. This is kind of like a hodgepodge rig to show that you can have multiple different types of cards. As you can see here, this is about almost a 240 mega hash rig with the 42.5 coming from the 5600 XT. The 57s are coming from the 5700 XTs. And then the 81.8 is a very tuned, power-wise Radeon VII output. We're at 703 watts for the almost 240 mega hash, which I think is pretty decent. It's a pretty decent build considering I have a Radeon VII in this mix. Here's the Radeon VII right now, and this is the GPU 12-volt rel draw. And there's your riser pull. A little high on the riser pull, 63.3. I did notice on the Radeon VII, it does pull pretty hard on the risers, even when I tweak that power down. So we're right there at 200 watts. I would hope that it would pull more from the 12-volt rails, but it is pulling 60 watts from that riser there. It does peak out just like the 5700 will, and will pull close to 75 when you're in full tilt. So let's take a look at the settings that we're running here. So the 5600, we're running 1300 at 860 millivolts, and we're running 1830. Now this card will run 1860, but it runs a little hot when it's running 1860 there, and it's not 100% stable. I ran this card for about 5 hours on 1860, and then it ended up giving me a memory error and crashing. Here's the 5700s, which are the same setup right now, 1350 at 780. I gave it a little more core just to make it a little more stable. You can get it all the way down to 740. So both 5700 XTs are rocking that. A little difference between them here. I think one of them has 760. So yeah, I was able to, I started peeling some power. Here's the settings for the Radeon VII. So running 990 memory. Now this card will go up to 1200. It's not super stable and it gets super hot when I run it at 1200. If I run that at 1200 and I move this to about 1700 core memory and this to about 990, I can get close to like 94 mega hash. The Radeon VII has different built-in timing levels. There was not much of a difference at all in any of these different timing levels. They're all the same. What AMD driver are you rocking? Good question, my friend. 24.2. If you can see that. That's the driver I'm running. That seems to be most stable for me, especially if I'm using Overdrive N tool. The only unfortunate thing about running like a 20.4.2 driver for like the gamers that actually own these cards and want to mine is that some of the games are going to come back and say you're on an outdated driver. There is a latest driver that literally came out today, and I haven't tested it yet. Because that is kind of the top question right now is if you've been out of the space for a bit and you don't have any AMD cards or you don't have any NVIDIA cards and you're trying to get back into mining and you want to put a small farm together, what do you build? What do you buy? So everybody's doing the research right now. I'm getting a lot of emails. I get a lot of comments on the videos of like what are people getting. And the number one go-to that I've been recommending right now is the 5600 XT. I think it's the best cost to hash to output if you want a new card. That's the caveat. A brand new card, new warranty, be able to sell it to other folks later. If you can get used 580, 570s that are 8 gig, that are 120, 110 bucks. Some I've seen as low as 90 now with these RTX cards coming out. Those are still your best bang for your buck right now. 1660 Ti's are nice. I mean, the 30 mega hash and they're real low power. If your power cost is high, your efficiency on the 1660 Ti is going to be your best. But it comes down to what you can buy them for. I mean, if you can get them really cheap, then yeah, it's pretty good. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you guys over the weekend. And if I get a RTX 3080, we are going live. I'm still on the hunt. If we get one, we are going live. We're going to do it here. So stay tuned. If you do not follow me on Twitter, get out there, hit follow. You guys will know when I go live. We will go through the entire spectrum on the RTX 3080 if I get one. So I'll catch you guys in a bit.